Hello everyone, welcome in for episode number 2 of our Divinity Original Sin 2 playthrough. In the last episode, we got a good grasp on the game mechanics. I explained how they all work. We found ourselves on the ship, heading to a place called Fort Joy. We'll see what that's all about in a bit. I explained the fact that this is not a blind playthrough. This is like my favorite CRPG of all time. So we found ourselves captured on the ship, We saw that there's something called Source, which seems to cause monsters to appear. I think that's a good fill-in. Oh yeah, there was also a murder on board, because we love murder. And then we talked to all of the urgent characters to figure out what they're going on about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Let us start the next part of the game. Hey there, Paid.
Register, sir. Good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Tell him you're fine, say you've been through worse, ask him if he actually cares, ask him if he'd be fine, call like a dog and stuck in the ship's hold with the cups and the murder on, but yeah, let's just go with that one real quick.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, sir, but we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
I love playing voice acted games, so I don't need to do a bunch of voices. I'm sorry, Hollow Knight.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan.
Siwan, not Swain. Okay.
We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Yes sir. Opportunity for mutiny, address the sorcerer and ask what... Let's just ask what she means by we must die.
Draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
I also love this quote.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
I will always use that I'm just about to make a scene every time I'm about to cause chaos.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
I don't think it's ever possible to move before she does. It would be kind of cool if you could. Like some secret, thing.
What's happened?
That gave us 400 EXP. We can stack in weapons now. We're a support character, so we'll probably... Because, like, as a support character, we probably want to stay relatively at range. Because Hail Strike has a 3-turn cooldown. That's like our main offensive ability. So we'll take the bow. Alternatively, we could take one-handed weapon and a shield, because shields are very valuable for their physical armor and magic armor, at least early game. As you get later and later into the game, it becomes similar to other like CRPGs where Alpha Strike tends to be the best strategy, just killing everything. But before you have that amount of damage, shields can be good. My only concern taking the shields, we're gonna have to get up close and personal. But we do have points into Constitution, and we do have our little special ability that gives us vitality. Let's roll with a melee weapon and a shield. Actually, you know what? Maybe we do take this. What's initiative? I mean, yeah. So the question then becomes, do we want the knife or do we want the mace? The mace does more damage, however, the knife can backstab. We're not going to really be setting up for backstabs with this character. We can probably take the mace and the shield. The shield gives us a cool ability, Shields Up, which allows us to restore our magic and our magic armor and physical armor stats up to the amount that the shield gives. So yeah. We might try with a bow later in the game, but at the moment we'll run with this. And now we can grab a bunch of food. Like, we can see the effects. Like, they'll give you a lot of stats and a lot of health. I want to avoid the alcohol. Yeah, I'll just give an example of what the alcohol does for everyone at home. Bottle of wine, come over to consumables, chug the bottle of wine. It heals us and gives us drunk. Drunk just lowers everything, including accuracy, and accuracy is like one of the more important things because you don't want to be missing important hits. Well, we can see if they left anything. Can't quite get into there. That's an issue. Oh well. We can technically just kill the door if we felt like it. That would take forever. Okay, let's go. As you can see, everything's on fire now. We can put out fire with water, just like that. Animals, you cannot speak to normally, like that. However, similar to Dungeons and Dragons, I'm going to draw in comparison. They have speak with animals. In this case, we have Pet Pal. It's a tag, a talent you can have that lets you talk to animals. We don't have it on this character. We prefer the more effective, like, combat one. However, there is a character we can get that can get Pet Pal pretty early in the game. So we'll be rolling with them. Anyways, talking about knocking down doors. We're just gonna knock down this door real quick. There's a few guys who are happy to see us.
By divine grace, who was that howling?
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
We can motion to the destruction and ask what the fuck happened. We can finger the collar and see if they can take it off of us. And we can draw a weapon. We'll ask what the fuck is going on.
Mutiny! Did that witch fix your collar too?
We can snarl and declare that there's a mutiny. We can say that we almost died at their hand. We can ask more about the woman. And we can roll your eyes at this weakling and attack. He should pose no threat. We'll take persuasions when we've got persuasion options.
Go on then. Find a place to hide and stay there.
This is kinda not like Baldur's Gate, where the non-combat options tend to be the better ones to give you XP, because, like, as you can see, I got no XP out of that. But for role-playing reasons, it makes more sense. You also can get one free physical armor there. Add that to wares. We don't really need 2 shields, but I'll keep them just in case. We need this. We need this. This is about when we get overwhelmed by things to read, because like we got a letter there, we got a letter there, we got 3 tomes there. Oh, let's see what ones of these I'm willing to read. My sweet Stefan, as I write this letter, we near the isle. By the time the owl delivers it, it will be but a day away. I heed Alexander's orders, just as you said I should. But I think of Lucian often. Would the divine have condoned this? Would he have blessed us? Wow, I cannot read. Maybe this should be the end of me reading. Would he have blessed us as he ripped children away from their mothers? Can this be the only way? I feel cold, inside and out. Of one thing I am certain. Your arms will warm me when I find you again. With love, Rix. Anyone with an R name I just immediately hate. And that's one of these guys. That's this dude. The one cowering like a coward. Let's see. This letter contains a set of instructions for transporting sorcerers to a place called The Joy, but someone has inked an angry black line from top left to bottom right. I haven't actually did a playthrough where I've read everything, so we might just have some fun. Bust of Alexander.
Good to see you, Bishop. Now I know who ought to answer for this collar.
And also, pages aren't actually worth that much here, like 1 gold each. So they're not worth hoarding for selling, they're really only worth it to read. It can overwhelm you quickly. Like, yeah, that's half a page. That's half a page. That's half a page. So that's already like a full page and a half of reading. And this isn't all of them. That's volume 3. That's volume 7. That's volume 8. So we're going to be missing a lot. There's also a journal over here. I'm gonna make my model a bit smaller. They're covering a lot of that. There we go. Journal. The smeared ink makes the journal difficult to read, but you manage to make out much of the latest entry. Are you not going to show us the latest entry? No? Okay. Well, we won't read all the Brackus Rex ones. I do want to finish this game sometime. At some point. So I'm not gonna take time to read literally everything.
Need to get off this wreck and quick.
Bunch of dead people. We will gladly just loot everything off these dead people. Also, yeah, unlike, as I mentioned last episode, unlike Baldur's Gate, if there's a chest, it doesn't actually highlight. You have to find them on your own. Which can be kind of frustrating, because, like, you can miss a lot easily.
This thing snaps into splinters. Great gods, something's pounding on the hull.
But it's also a lot more sense of adventure this way. As now you're looking at every nook and cranny trying to find treasure. We can also use environmental stuff. We can put out the fire using our eyes. And now we see Fane.
Face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
I love Fane.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
There's something familiar. Grab whatever's close at hand and move to attack. Ask if he shouldn't be doing the same. Take your leave. Hey, Fane.
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read the bloody book he's holding. Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to.
That's the elf, and he doesn't. Ask him why we didn't see him before. Snap that at least you're doing something. He's right, the ship is going down. Hi, elf.
I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
That is headless. We could be saving people. Not that seems sensible. You don't have time for this. Bub. Let's go with that's headless.
Holds up his book in one quick, frustrated movement.
I am trying to discover if there is anyone worth saving, and I will be damned if I let the lives of some mayflies get in my way. Go on, go, swim or drown or do whatever takes your fancy. I have a book to read.
That was not what I meant to hit. I meant to hit W.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You don't recognize the symbol, but it's clearly warning you away. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The color drains from your hand, and you are left numb.
Should we open it? Let's open it, chat.
It doesn't budge.
Never mind. Oh, there's another chest here. Oh, Skullmat key. Well, that's convenient. Must-off. Death fog barrels have been locked down in storage. Stay out, you and Rex both. If anyone starts fooling around down there, it'll be lights out. Captain Calwin. Okay, I do need to show off this mechanic real quick.
The moment you touch the door, your belly goes hollow and your skin goes pale.
Open sesame.
Is open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
Welcome to Death Fog. Death Fog, instant death for the living. It literally just one-shots you the moment you walk into it. Also, I'm going to do a quick safety save. It's been a second since I've saved. As you can see Magisters. We are not going to go into the Death Fog for everything else. But yeah. Okay, carry on. And now we get to another tutorial fight real quick. We looted that chest. I'll take one last safety save before the... Okay, auto-saved. Perfect. Same game plan. We got two voidlings. What we know about them is they are wet, so the water resistance is down, so we can take advantage of that with Hail Strike, because it does water damage. They have no abilities, they're level 1 and 36 HP, and they have no armor, both physical or magical. So we can kind of just bully them. I didn't cast haste on myself, whoops. Now that there's 2 of them, we can't really just perma-stun them. And also we now got a shield so we don't get access to the Sucker Punch. So we are gonna have to fight these guys fairly from here on in. We do have Petrify. Honestly, I might just petrify one of them immediately. Just keep them as stun locked as possible. Who was that? I'm gonna put my phone onto silent real quick. We are surrounded on both sides. And we do not have Hail Strike at the moment. We'll probably just take a couple swings onto you. And then move backwards.
So much for a peaceful storm.
Because we now got Hail Strike available again. And we can just keep them perma-CC'd. We can cast haste on ourselves again. And then you can go and kill them. And then we can begin going to kill them. We're going to use our heal real quick. Then we're going to petrify you. And then we're going to hit you. And then we're going to hit you. Do I need haste again? Not really. I think I can just 2-tap you. Ow. We didn't do quite enough damage. There we go. Our heal is pretty nice because it works the same as, well, it does 2 turns. It restores our health on the first turn, then on the second turn. Like, it does double duty healing, which is pretty nice. We will continue being a pirate and scounging out everywhere as we can find. And then everything's on fire. Have no fear, we can move barrels onto the fire. If I don't want it there. I don't know what put out that fire. Okay. We can just Hail Strike the rest of this fire then. And we can get up here. That did not put out nearly as big of an area as I was hoping. Let's just go pick you up. Is this going to encumber us? No. And then we can drop the barrel. Where's barrel under miscellaneous? No. Ingredients, okay. We put that down. Oh, it wasn't quite enough. But we can get this, we can get a scroll. We can get shells, we can get more gold. We cannot hijack the ship. As you can see, it does literally nothing. Oh well, we got magic armor, so we can kind of just tank that.
That means there's still a chance.
Let's see what's going on here. Other than the Kraken killing everything. Children and dwarves first. Don't you love it?
Dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
We can call them a coward. We can say the kid's right. We can tell the kid that Gil is right. Or we can reach for the release mechanism, forget the others. You just want... they're a coward.
Thank you. There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
I kind of skipped over some of that textbook. Basically, they told us that there's a ladder right here to get back downstairs. Is there anything important over here? I haven't actually fully explored this ship before. Despite so much time on the game. No. No. Okay. We go down the ladder. And here's when I get to explain initiative, as I promised I would last episode.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a wait.
Okay, there we go. Initiative explanation. As you can see, it goes us, them, us, them, us, them, us, them, us, and then it repeats. That's how initiative works in this game. You can't alpha strike. You can't have like all 4 of your people be super high initiative and then just alpha strike everything. It will always go your guy, their guy, your guy, their guy, your guy, their guy, so on and so forth. So that adds a bit more strategy. You can't like just buff everyone up and then just one-shot everyone as you just go first. So yeah, that does add a nice degree of tacticalness to it. Like, initiative doesn't matter as much in this game due to that fact. 1 second, taking a drink. The only way initiative matters is making sure, like, your buffer goes first or whatever. But yeah, anyways. We're in a fight. We got a bunch of NPCs. We can't actually control them, but they are AIs. By all the origin characters. But yeah, as you can see, we're surrounded by void hatchlings. But yeah, okay. Let's do the fight. Basic strategy, haste, hail strike. We cannot get both of them. Okay, we can get both of them in the hail strike. Nice. And that chills them. Those are also still our idea.
Let the games begin.
Sabelle is just killing everything. Sabelle is a rogue, so like they get an amazing action economy. And then the enemy.
I've faced worse.
And then FN goes and kills everything. This is the issue of us being melee. I might switch us out for a ranged weapon. I know the shield is valuable, but at the same time, trying to get into range to fight is annoying. We can just kill you off though. I mean, like, most battlefields aren't going to be quite this massive. So like it might be a more okay. Encourage is a nice buff. It basically just buffs all our skills other than wit. We have no melee skills, range skills we can use on you. We also cannot get in range for a melee hit. Okay, we'll just run around, get ready for next turn. That's something to mention. They just got an attack of opportunity. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been moving around the enemies and they haven't been given an attack of opportunity. That's because if we come over to inventory, come over to talents, opportunist is an actual skill you need to pick up to allow yourself to get an attack of opportunity. Anyways, did these guys drop anything? No? Okay. Okay, that's important. Bedroll. That allows us to rest, which A gives us a stat boost, and B allows us to fully heal. Anyways, we also just got a key for here while we were upstairs. No, it wasn't a key for there? Okay. Oh, that's probably the key for that, isn't it? Yeah. Restoration scroll. That's important. We can give that to someone. Poison bottle, less useful. Because, like, you can't actually toss these. Bombs are a different item entirely. However, the reason you would have a poison bottle is the fact that poison heals undead. We'll take all that. We got a journal. How much rain is that going to be? Not bad. This tome contains no text, instead sketches of dragons fill in every page. The artist is hardly talented, but clearly enthusiastic. Let's see, did you drop anything? Yes. We won't go and just do this for every corpse. But we'll just do it on the ones that are on the way. It's like we're not gonna get anything vitally important from any of these guys. We're just gonna keep exploring.
I hear something. It's Magister. See what?
Hey look, they're down. That means we can take the book now.
Sounds like she needs help.
The First King insists there are no magics too foul, even those that would block or even remove the source within an individual. I delight in this madness. It is an invitation to manipulate all that we once believed immutable. He provides all manner of experimental subjects. The text beneath lists a series of hexes and materials required for mutant source. Some of those objects are circled in black ink and annotated as followed: helm, collar, mask. There we go. Now, anything else I want to hear? No. Not really. We already looted pretty much that entire place. Anyways, What's up with you?
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound.
Do we leave her to fend first? I don't want to be mean, even to the Magisters. We might be a barbarian, but at the same time, like... I feel like we'd get divine retribution against us if we attack the Divine Order. Yeah, let's see what's up.
With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture.
I'll take the cloth.
Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
We can hold it tighter, we can unravel it and wrap it around the neck, slit her throat, better to end it quickly. There is no time. Let's unravel it.
Blood pours out from around the bandage. Magister Siwan reaches out to you, her hand flailing.
We can hold it tighter.
The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder.
Will be nice.
Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
And now I go silent again, BRB.
Stripping the ship apart.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwook. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oliver.
Yeah, so, welcome to Divinity Original Sin 2. There's the tutorial dealt with. We are very close to a level up as well. I suppose now's a good time to mention how skills work. Skills are all taught...
Am I the lone survivor?
Come on, Beast. Stop talking. Okay, we're good. Skills are all taught by books. You can buy books from vendors. So leveling up your skills does not give you access to more skills in the way that Dungeons & Dragons do. It's not like level 2 sorcerer unlocks this level of spell slots, can replace this spell or anything like that. Everything is via books. And you can memorize as many skills as your memory skill allows. In this case, we have a memory skill of 10, so we are allowed 3 slots. We'll keep that as 3 slots for now, because we don't really have any more skills we really want at the moment. But yeah, welcome to the first real area. We're not gonna pick up every shell. There's a lot of shells in this area. Is there anything interesting? There's a box. The box has a lot of coin in it. Let's not get... Ooh, red dot. That's an enemy. We'll deal with that momentarily. There was a green dot over here. And a waypoint. As signified by that image on the map. Anyways, what do you got for me, Tam?
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to dwarves.
tell the kid to not keep to himself, we can take our leave, or we can tell him you've been told not to talk to odd kids.
The child considers your statement.
You're weird. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
You can say that you must be or you won't be here, ask if he thinks you look like a sorcerer, nod you are, and by the look of his collar, so is he.
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose, closes one eye, and looks at himself again.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy.
They might be wrong and crazy. Why they're out there alone, or he should run along. They might be wrong and crazy.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside.
We can ask him where his parents are, say it isn't safe. We won't question children's parents, we don't care.
But you didn't die.
Ask him why he didn't seem scared, or we survived the Voidwaken attack. But he doesn't seem scared.
But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
And then we can say we just survived.
There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Okay. Very cool, Tam. There's just a giant hole in the bridge. As I said, this isn't a blind playthrough, so I kind of know I want to do early game. At least in the early game. Like in Larian's other title, you can crouch for sneaking. You can see the ways that people can see. If I can sneak close enough, I can see that there are just two more Voidwoken. So I can choose to attack them, but I'm gonna attack them in a moment. Because there's someone really important. We don't care about you. Well, we do care about you, but you're not the really important guy we're looking for. Hello, my beloved.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
We can say, hey, we're glad. We can smirk and tell him his slave has come for duty. He's the one who took you by the jaw. So you have a bone. Hey, we're your slave.
The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer. Or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
And a dutiful servant you are too. Chances are I wouldn't have survived that shipwreck had you not returned to the aid of your master down that dreadful hole.
I'll give a spoiler alert. They survive anyways, even if you don't save them.
You have my gratitude.
They're just a lot more pissed off at you.
You with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Tell him we're glad and don't want to stand idly back. Say he owes you. No. We'll just say we're nice.
All the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just forget about it. You may as well have your freedom.
There's a kid talking in the background. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I'm pretty sure my noise gate is set up properly, so you shouldn't.
Now then, if there's nothing further...
Okay, my mic is picking it up a bit. I'm sorry about that. I'll fix that for a later video. Anyways, how are we doing on time? We got 15 minutes left. Okay, now then, if there's nothing further, we can ask what they're doing there, wonder what their plan is, so take our leave. What's their plan next?
Really must know I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, What do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
We see memories. We see the last night. Sigh deeply and smile. You see everything.
Your everything. We see much the same then, in our own ways.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
What does he mean by lost? Ask why the specific, and shrug and say people see castles. And so, what do you mean by lost?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
We can shake, we have no idea who they are. We can nod enthusiastically. He's the famous king. We're a noble, so we can just say, smack our forehead. Of course, every blue blood knows the Red Prince.
The very same.
Hi, Red Prince.
I am the Red Prince, the all-conqueror, the world-tamer, the spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have.
We can invite him to travel with us. We can say that they have a lot out so they can take along. We can be with them, but we have to dash. Yeah, we'll help him out.
A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company.
We can promise him.
Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out, it goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you?
Here we get to choose the class, so unlike Baldur's Gate, you can choose the class straight up rather than having to go through withers and we class them that way. You can just tell them, hey, what do we want? We do want a martial ability, because we do want melee.
Do not take my elegance as a mask for frailty. My blows shatter shields, and my thrusts pierce armor.
So fighter.
The warrior you'll have.
So fighter would be some certain bird, basically, someone who has a certain shield. We want battle mage is someone who does battle mage stuff, uses magic and attacks. Knight is what we're gonna go with, and they two-hander. We can say we're looking for an Inquisitor, which is physical fighter combined with necromancy. As I said, necromancy is unique in the fact that it's gathered by physical armor instead of magic armor, but I do like two-handers.
Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods, then gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord.
As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
And now we got a second party mate. We got the Red Prince. Something I didn't show off. The journal. This is where we can see all our quests. So we can see Escape from Fort Joy, which is our current objective. We can see we want to remove the collar. Red Prince wants to see a dreamer. This is us. We need to, someone must know the way out of here, and we bet that someone is a dwarf. And these are all our chapters. And all our skills. So yeah. Okay. How are we doing on time? 10 minutes. Let me go do that fight now. Now that I got a party that I'm happy with. Red Prince starts with a few good ones. Battering Ram, which will allow them to just charge in a straight line, knocking everything down. Battle Stomp, which stomps and knocks everything down. Crippling Blow, which makes things unable to move. And they have a two-handed, so they get all in, which does bonus damage. And I think I got armor for you. Have a bucket. And I am gonna equip the ranged weapon for myself. Because I feel like the ranged weapon is just worth more. No. Let's keep the Southern Bard. And now we take on this fight over here. We don't really need to try harder. We just killed a bunch of these guys. Game plan. Show both those guys. Cast haste onto Red Prince. Red Prince then go in. I don't want to use too much AP. And battering ram them, knock them down. And then attack. Oh, they talk to us. They also got vampires, so they do heal when they attack us. We'll move up. Petrify you. You can now move out the range. Battle Stomp. Knock them down. And then go in and attack. You're out of CC, so you can just take a whack at them. Take another whack at them. And then turn. They use their own battering ram to knock us down. We once again got abilities, so we can use that onto you. We can use that onto you. And then we can cast Restoration onto you. And then you can go ahead and just kill them. I don't think you can actually kill them, but you can come close. And you might be able to just kill them. Okay, yeah, you can just kill them. And just like that, we have our first bit of... Why did you guys go at Mac? We don't have a level up. That's normally when it shows that we have a level up. Do we just want to talk?
The slain beasts.
There we go.
Comment that they must have been the cause of the shipwreck.
I would prefer not to spill my blood. I just want to get out of here quickly. They're just animals, easy enough to euthanize.
Dry land mustn't suit them.
Clearly. We get nothing out of them. We did get a good bit of XP. We'll deal with healing pots right now because we have 7, they have 1. We'll go ahead and split that. We'll make it 4 and 4. Actually, just give them all of these. They need the strength more than us. We don't know what any of these things do. We need to consume them. I'll wait until I have 2 of each before consuming them. There's a lot of items in this game, so I do genuinely forget what most of them do. And you know there's quite a bit of crafting we can do. Like, yeah. This is why we picked up a bunch of empty potion bottles. But yeah, we can't make anything right now. So venture on. Explore every nook and cranny. Oh, there's a dude over here. Hi, dude over here.
Like cat. I like cats. But we need a home.
I'll finish this dialogue and then we'll call that.
It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh?
Oh, it's the guy who was also in the lifeboat. Okay.
I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me.
Okay. Yeah, we're at 56 minutes. There's not much more I can do. Let's loot these barrels. That's what I can do. There's a log. I don't think we need a log. Yeah. We'll just send that there then. That was the end of episode number 2 of our Divinity Original Sin 2 Tactician gameplay. So for now, if you got any comments, concerns, or queries, especially queries, leave them in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'm so glad I'm back into the swing of things. I'll see y'all next time.